What's going on, my fragrance family? Hope you guys are doing great as always. Have you ever heard the term use fragrance concentration? Have you ever given it a thought to what that really means? Think about it for a moment. Concentration in a fragrance, what does that mean? Well, I will explain that vividly to you today. But in order for you to get a clear understanding, I will use fragrance to demonstrate this idea to you. This fragrance is VERSACE Eros the Eau de Toilette. This one is VERSACE Eros the Eau de Parfum. And this one is VERSACE Eros Parfum. So now we speak about concentration within fragrances. What does that really mean? Well, a fragrance is composed, as a matter of fact, when a perfumer makes a fragrance, they use the ingredients within the fragrance. It is considered as the fragrance oil. All the ingredients that are in the fragrance is considered to be the fragrance oil. Then you have alcohol and water. Those are basically the three things that compose a fragrance. So take VERSACE Eros for example. This one has a less concentration of fragrance oil. What does that mean? Concentration. What this really means is the strength of the fragrance. So if they don't put a lot of fragrance oil within the fragrance, then the fragrance is going to be weak. So VERSACE Eros the Eau de Toilette, this one does not have a lot of fragrance oil. So it has more alcohol than fragrance oil. So this one would be considered to be a weaker fragrance because the fragrance strength is not that much. Then you move on to VERSACE Eros Eau de Parfum. This one now, they will amp up the fragrance oil in the fragrance. So this would be considered to have more fragrance strength, more oil than the Eau de Toilette. Not more oil than the alcohol, but more oil than the Eau de Toilette. So this primarily would be a stronger fragrance than the VERSACE Eros Eau de Toilette. But I have a caveat, but I'll tell you at the end. Now, VERSACE Eros Parfum. This would be considered as the stronger VERSACE fragrance because the perfumers say this one has a stronger concentration, a stronger fragrance strength. There's more oil in this fragrance than the Eau de Toilette or the Eau de Parfum. So this would be a stronger fragrance. But in the case of these three VERSACE fragrances, I will tell you that yes, it is true because I have tested these fragrances. So I know that the Parfum version is the strongest of the three fragrances. But now for the caveat. It is not always true because sometimes you found that the Eau de Toilette in fragrances are stronger than the Eau de Parfum or the Parfum version. So it depends on the fragrance molecule, the structure of the fragrance. But for what it's worth, guys, concentration really means the strength of the fragrance, the amount of fragrance oil that is within a fragrance. And another thing to note as well before I go is that when they amp up the strength of the fragrance or the concentration of the fragrance, then what normally happens is that the price of the fragrance increase. Because if they use more fragrance oil, more ingredients in the fragrance, then it is going to be more expensive. So that is the reason why you see they'll come out with an EDT of a fragrance, and then when you look, they have a parfum or an eau de parfum and the price is almost double because they have amped up the strength of the fragrance, the concentration, so it is more expensive, right? So I hope you do get a clear understanding of what concentration really means in fragrances, guys. And when you're buying fragrances, if you can always try to sample a fragrance before you buy, I would suggest you do that. Because as I stated, it is not all the time where the parfum or the eau de parfum is better than the eau de toilette. So again guys, thank you for watching my videos, and I look forward to see you on another one. Peace. Have a great day guys.